You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is
Hello.
a case of Weeks versus Moore.
Okay, thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Miss Moore, your son has brought you to court today, but you've asked to have some time alone with me before he enters the courtroom to present his case against you. You haven't seen your son since a lifelong secret became exposed just 2 months ago. The court has already issued a paternity test, and those results will be revealed today. Now, Ms. Moore, what was the secret that you kept for almost 3 decades?
29 years ago, I had an affair between 2 guys, and I didn't tell my son.
Okay. I'd like to bring your son in at this time.
God.
Jerome, if you could please escort Mr. Weeks in, please.
Mr. Weeks? Take the podium on there.
I'm emotional. This is not gonna work good.
Good day, Mr. Weeks.
How you doing?
Thank you for being here today. If you could, please tell this court how you became suspicious that the man that raised you may not be your biological father.
It started around like I was 9 years old. I kept hearing rumors from outside family members that Maurice might not be my father or I might not be his son. I asked, but I always get the same results. For a long time, I got the same results.
Your Honor, he never asked me.
I asked.
Had my son asked me,
I
would
Your
have
Honor,
told him.
and told her, I came to her and asked her, she always told me, Maurice is your father. And that's what I did. I listened to my mom. She said, Maurice is your father. That's the end of the subject.
Now,
Okay,
Ms. Moore,
but
you
I
said
had-
that he never asked you.
He never asked me. And quite honestly, if my son had asked me, I would have told him, but I would have also told him not to say anything because I didn't want my mother to know.
So you were reluctant just because you didn't want your mother to reject him.
My mother has rejected my daughter. Yes, I didn't want another child rejected. I grew up stern with those beliefs that a child out of wedlock was not going to be accepted by her.
How did you find out? How did your mother finally let you know?
I came up here for her birthday, and I went to the corner store, just give me some, something to eat. I seen another family member of mine. He asked me how my father was, and I told him he's doing fine. You want to talk to him? He said, yes. So I went in my pocket, brought my phone out, called him right there on the spot. As soon as he got on the phone, he said, oh, my bad, I got the wrong number. So he gave me back the phone. So I stood back. We had a little awkward moment, like...
So basically, he was implying Maurice wasn't your father.
Right, implying that Maurice wasn't my father, somebody else was. I came through the door, talked, then I just came after. The plain blank, you can't lie to me no more. I can't hear that Maurice Weeks is your father. I had to know the truth.
And I have no problem with that because I want to know.
She came to me and said, I don't know who is your father.
I did.
Just like that.
I did.
So naturally, I got upset about it.
Now, Ms. Moore, what would you like to add?
Okay. When I approached Earl to find out what was going on with Earl, again, Earl didn't say. Earl didn't say anything to me about this here until a couple of months ago. Hold up, Earl. Hold up, Earl. I'm still your mom. I let you talk. A couple of months ago, okay? He broke out. He came into town. I didn't even know my son was coming into town. He came out with it. I told him, I didn't know. I don't know. Had he asked me at 9, if he had asked me at 3, if he had said anything at 18 when he graduated, yes, I still would have told him, but I would have still said, don't tell your grandmother. I went to Maurice. I asked Maurice, don't you think it's about time we let Earl know that there's a possibility? Maurice like, no, leave it alone. I'm here now. I'm going to be here. He's my son.
So you were concerned about that, and when you consulted with your husband at the time, he just said, leave it be.
Right.
Your
So
Honor.
to make me the heavy on this here when I was living with two other children, plus Earl, with a man who accepted my children, who put a roof over their head. I wasn't going to jeopardize that to take that away from my son, who Earl know for a fact had a baby from 6 months old to 5 years old. Earl was on the road with this man. He bonded with this man. He loved this man. This man loved him. I wasn't going to change it when the man himself said, Jackie, I will be there for your children through everything. I wasn't going to change that. I wasn't going to jeopardize my other children just for one.
And you sacrificed and you kept
that secret. I heard it over this. I heard it for Earl. Even though when Earl came to me and told me in the rage that he was in, I heard it from my child. I never wanted my children to hurt. But at the time and the age I am now, I thought I was doing the right thing for my son and the rest of my children. I heard it just like Earl did, but he was in such a rage. I said, okay, I got to put a stop to this.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Moore, you talked about maybe, dating.
There may be another man involved, yes.
And how do you have this doubt? How firm is this doubt? Were you with these two men in a very
short time frame? In a very short time frame, like maybe 24 to 48 hours.
Okay.
And then it became more doubtful as Earl started growing, and I noticed the difference.
So this has been a painful secret for you to just hold in your whole life. You've known this.
My whole life I had doubts, yes, because I noticed things with Earl that wasn't a part of Maurice, that didn't resemble Maurice. I lived it with him. But I am not the only one that didn't tell my son. And if I known that at the time that that Earl would have been that much raised a few months ago, Lord in heaven knows, I would have told my son regardless. Only thing I didn't want to happen was my mother to find out. Whether my mother knew in her gut or not, it was not the way I was raised. And I couldn't chance losing another child that my mother wouldn't love. I named Earl after my mother because I wanted her to love my children regardless if she thought I was a floozy loose in the street. These are my children, and I would have loved Earl no matter what. And I would have did anything I could to protect him. And Maurice was there. He loved him. He took care of him. And he took care of me, and he took care of my other two kids. For Earl to be in a rage right now, he needs to understand that I love him, and I wouldn't have hurted him for nothing in the world. He was my special child. He really was, because a year before I had her, I was told I would never have any kids. So when Earl come here, and Lord knows, 10 pounds and 14 ounces and 23 inches long is a lot of baby to carry for anybody. So to tell me I didn't care enough to want to know the truth, that's Maurice. I would have kept everything a secret as long as I could until my child would have come to me and asked me, Mom, please, I need to know.
Your fear of disappointing your mother, I mean, I feel it. It's so deep. It's so strong. You knew if I told the truth, she would reject my son.
She was going to reject my son. She would have. Maurice stayed there for the whole 20 years. He was there in my life with my other kids and Earl. So Earl can't just be just angry that he didn't know. I didn't know. I was only caught in between two guys. Okay, so now let's say you were 27 years old. You should have known better. Maybe, but sometimes you get caught up in a situation that you love one and you can't do without the other, and you're going to try to make it work. Don't.
No, you feel like you deserve the truth.
Well, I would have to wait this
Jerome,
long.
Could you have Mr. Weeks just some Kleenex?
Why would I have to wait this long? Who would have came, excuse me, whoever would have came to me about it, whether it's her or Maurice, why would y'all come to me?
The reason why it's coming out now is that I can't live this life no more. It was happened to me. My mom was caught between two men. Okay?
So this cycle, this same exact thing happened to you.
Yes, and I want to stop it.
But you know, I'm beyond pleased, and I commend you just for having the courage to not keep the lie going. Mr. Weeks, did you grow up loving Maurice?
I grew up crazy about this man. Like, I had to be in his pocket just to make sure he don't leave me.
That's true.
It just hurt, Your Honor. It hurt that I had to come as a child of both of them. I had to come to them.
I know.
About it.
I can imagine that it's not just hurting you, but also your relationship. And for that, I would love to have you stand, ma'am, and state your name.
How you doing? My name is Cynthia Walker.
Hello, Miss Walker. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Now, you are in a relationship currently with Mr. Weeks, am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. We are engaged.
You're engaged. Wonderful. Can you tell the court how this has been since he's come to know this?
Yes, ma'am. First of all, Your Honor, it has been frustrating for not only Earl and I, but it has also been frustrating for my 2 children. We have a son and daughter together. Ever since he's been going through this thing with his mother months ago when he found out, he's been distant with her, he's been distant with me, he's been distant with our children. I mean, it's like a domino effect. I mean, the lie that she's been holding for almost 30 years, I mean, true enough, I can understand where Miss Jackie is coming from. Things happen. You do make mistakes. But at the end of the day, you have to live with the consequences of the decisions that you make.
Okay.
First of all, wait a minute, Miss Jackie, because see, Earl is not a child anymore. He's a grown man with a family. And I would never, ever hold anything from my children. That's what a mother does.
Okay.
I mean, you was wrong for that.
Okay, and now I accept being wrong because I can accept it from my son. But I don't owe you nothing.
You owe me everything.
I don't owe you nothing. I owe it to my son. I owe it to my son. I don't owe you. I didn't sleep with you. I didn't make no babies with you.
It's too late.
It is never too late for a mother to love her child. It is never too late.
Jerome, can you step up between them, please?
Because if it's too late for me to love my son now, then it may be too late when yours get 30.
Never.
Bag up.
Never.
Bag up. Because at the end of the day, I love him.
You should have been a woman about your business.
And when you going back in the year that I was living and raising my kids, you stepped to me in 2013 and tell me you wasn't a woman or make me believe I wasn't a woman, okay? I was a woman, a mother, and a hard-working true
Let's
children.
have some order. Let's have some order. Take a breath.
At the end of the day, I am 57 years old. And back then, I did what I thought I had to do to raise my kids, put a roof over their head, put shoes on their feet, and food in their stomach. And this man, Maurice, did that unconditionally. I won't take nothing from it, but I can understand. My son did, and I can be understanding to Cynthia.
You know what? This court, I'm so glad you all are here. I can't even tell you. This court is about moving forward and how to do that. You know, Ms. Walker, you have so much love for Mr. Weeks. Your attack against Ms. Moore and your condemnation of her decisions is based upon your love and watching the way his hurt is not only affecting him, but your family, your kids, and that's natural. I didn't grow up in this era, but I remember the generation before me where if a young person got pregnant, they'd go off down south or somewhere for a year. I don't know if any of you remember that. And they just disappear. They come back, they're not pregnant no more, and the next thing you know, where's the baby? Who knows? It'd be with another family member who would have gotten adopted. Everything was secret. She grew up in a time where a culture of secrecy was normalcy. So even though what she maybe did was wrong and you don't understand it and you are so angry with her because of the way it is affecting your fiance, you do have to understand that it wasn't 2013 with Facebook and Twitter where everybody tells all their business as soon as it happens. It just wasn't that time. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. What we can do today is figure out How do we go forward? From experience, I can say this. Where there is emotion, there is still love. You all love each other.
I love my son with all my heart.
You love your son and you love Miss Walker.
I love Cynthia because she is a good person for my son. She's good. She's a good mother.
Maybe you needed to get that out, and maybe this court was just the place where you need to lay it on the table. Now, with all of that said...
Can I hug my son?
Of course you may hug your son, and then we can have the results.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. I love you too. No matter what, I love you. I love you too. And I love you.
Thank you. Jerome, if you could please hand me the envelope.
There you go.
As it relates to Mr. Earl Weeks, Mr. Weeks, the man who has raised you for the past 29 years is not your biological father. Help her.
Okay? No, don't change her
Help
too
her.
much. Are you okay?
Look at me.
I didn't ever want to hurt my son.
You know what? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what you did for your son. You gave him a father that loved and accepted him, and you gave him the best life you knew how to give him. You cannot beat yourself up over this. It was a judgment call. You had to make it, and you did. Come sit. She needs you. Come sit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Jackie, we had, of course, an emotional day in court, and you know I had to call and check on you. Are you doing okay?
I'm okay. Me and my son, we're talking. There's no Anna between me and Maurice. So I'm glad he's still there for her.
And you can tell he truly loves your son.
We're really doing good. And I owe a lot of thanks to you all and the whole team that helped us come to this.
I'm so happy to know that you're doing well, and let's keep in touch, okay?
I'm sure will. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.